So hey guys, what's up? How you all doing? And recently there have been a lot of situations happening around the world, the states, and also in Nigeria. And I can help, well, I feel like I need to talk about a situation that I have observed. I haven't said anything. I didn't want to say anything, but this is something that I think I'll just speak up about my observation. And I think that we might be, some of us, from what I've seen online, might be focusing on the wrong thing, and this can in turn affect us. And I don't think that's the way to go. So first of all, back in Nigeria, I've heard about the whole rape issue and stuff like that. And everyone's getting angry for it has become a war between the females and the male of like, oh men, you have to do this, and then the men rise up to say, oh, you guys are at fault, and like you're just doing a blame game, like putting blame on each other. But come to think of it, it's not that what you're saying is not real to problems. It's that we're fighting, where you were just putting blame on each other and not really working on the main issue. We're not focusing on what's the problem here. It's not about the fact that some guys are not doing better and some girls are not helping. Not everyone. So it's like, yeah, we are all standing up to say, okay, this is on someone, this is on the other person, and we're not really focusing on the issue at this point. It's like we're just putting each other's insecurities like at each other. It's like, oh, guys will come up to say that blah 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 blah, and girls will come up to say blah blah blah, and I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this in the sense that we have to do better, both guys and girls. It's just like, I was just watching one of my friends today as I was thinking about the whole thing I was going to say to you, and I was so surprised of how she was talking about the matter of like, we are all responsible. Yeah, we're all responsible, guys. So it's like, it's not time to put blame on each other or bring out our insecurities and put it on other people. No, guys. The issue is that there are certain people who don't understand the fact that they have to do better. I don't know if the word is don't understand, but who are not living the way they should live, whereby you go out to rape, or it's bad, and this thing happens. So now the situation that we have to focus on is that, okay, there are people who are not responsible. Let me put because I'm trying to look for the word. I'm not going to come here and say this person is this person is that, but there are people who are not responsible, and we have to focus on this, not the fact that, okay, guys are not responsible, then guys stand up and say like, oh, girls are not responsible. That is not the matter. Yes, we have this problem, but the matter we're supposed to focus on now is the fact that, yeah, there are some people who are not responsible, and this has happened. So how do we bring justice to these people who has been hurt? Then later on, it's not even later, as you're doing that, everyone should come to think about the situation of what has happened, and think about how we can do better. Think about, okay, yeah, everyone has temptation. Who doesn't have lustful temptation, please? Everyone has temptation, and a lot of people have learned to have self-control. And for me, Christian, I could speak for the Christians, people who truly have the fear of God, of like, yes, we have the self-control and we can control ourselves when certain thoughts come into our head and things like that. But it's like, okay, how do we raise our men? How do we raise our female kids? And now it's not about what they wear or whatever. Yes, we have to also deal with that issue of like, just because of it's not about what they wear doesn't mean that everyone should go naked. But that is not the main issue. The main issue is that, okay, what are we doing our own selves to speak to our neighbors, to speak to the kids in our lives, as aunties, uncle, if your mother or father? How do we deal with this situation whereby it's not going to rise up again? How do we go on the streets and equip men and talk to men and talk to ladies of how we need to face the situation so it won't rise up again? If you're just putting your anger on blaming others, both parties, you guys are not solving the issue. You guys are just like building a house on a sinking sand. So come to think of it, guys, look at the states in in the place whereby the George Floyd was killed, and you see what happened. Everyone put their anger into, like, they're angry, yeah, they went out to protest, yeah, but look at how it has escalated into buildings burning and people shoplifting and doing stuff like that. Guys, did you see where anger takes you to? It doesn't take you to a place beautiful. The thing is that from a peaceful protest to what? To destruction. And you see how everything has been destroyed, and you see that I don't think people are thinking now that the destruction that is being done is going to affect them. It's not now. It's not. I don't think it's about George Floyd anymore. It's about the fact that your anger has caused you to even put more pain than the main goal initially. So now, for us Nigerians, and I would speak for Nigeria better, but at the same time, you have to look at all the world situation. How is your situation being handled? Okay, are they going to allow anger lead them to destroy more things, or are we going to take the big issue we have and address it into this thing that we're addressing will not take 1 year, will not take 2 years, will not take 3 years, but it's it's not like it doesn't get to a place and it stops. It's something that we have to constantly do in our lives. Show example, guys. And again, I believe that a lot of people are not ready to, like, they want to just ignore everything that is happening in the sense that, okay, I'm just going to protect my family and don't care about anyone outside. So it's all about, okay, make the money, take care of your family. Yeah, which is good, but guys, if you just focus on the inside and not focus on people around you, one day your family member will go out and be affected because you're not working towards bringing healing to the society at large, but you're just focusing on just what is inside. I'm not saying this is bad, but I'm saying, guys, or like guys in the sense that everybody, let's look outside, let's protect our family, as let's work on, let's come together. One person cannot do this alone. Let's all come together. Let's humble ourselves and come together. We call ourselves religious nation, but how do we have the fear of God in our lives? If you just focus on blame and your insecurities, we're going nowhere with this. The guys will just keep talking and the girls will just keep talking, and where are you guys taking all your talks to? At the end of the day, it's like you guys have built a wall and the main issue is not even solved. So please and please and please, guys, everyone do better. Everyone stand up for what is right, yeah. Say no to rape, yeah. Consent is mandatory, yeah. But teach, like, if you know better, if you are emotionally intelligent, please, one by one, reach out to people close to you. You're not outside for arguments or anything, but it's like, for me, what I'm doing, it's like, okay, let me share this story. I wanted to talk about this too. It's just like Gotham. I don't know if you've watched Gotham, the series about Batman, like Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. If you have watched it, okay, Bruce Wayne. If you have not watched it, Bruce Wayne's parents was killed in front of him when he was a little child. And then after, he couldn't find the person who killed his parents, and he wanted justice. He wanted his anger was just focused on how he was going to find this person who killed his parents and the whole thing that was happening, because his parents were very respected people in the society, but somehow there was corruption and so many things. At the end of the day, it's like people around Bruce Wayne made him focus on, like, Bruce Wayne got to focus on building himself up on how to help the society. At the end of the day, Bruce Wayne went out for a while just to learn how to become Batman, to come into his community, to do something, to bring justice. And when I'm not saying that someone should go and be Batman in Nigeria or any other country, I'm saying, what can we do? For me, what have I been doing? One thing that I want to do is be able to understand other people better, and okay, so for my master's, I want to study developmental psychology, because I feel like it has to do with our mental, like I want to understand how a child is raised, and things that would help that child become a better human, and how to manage his emotion and his action, and a lot of things. Those things matter. I believe that when a child grows up, whatever, in what community or whatever culture he has grown up, he has developed, or I don't know the word, but I feel that affects the way they think. And everyone is different, so the way they actually accept this information is very important. And I want to be able to understand this, to be able to help my brothers and sisters tomorrow, of like, okay, how can we do better, how can we make wise choices when we are faced with temptations, and when we are like as a Christian also, when we are faced with temptations and trials, and when we're faced with this, how can we practically work towards choosing the right side, choosing the right thing that pleases God. That if we really say we have the fear of God in us, a lot of people don't know practical ways to actually handle what's going on within them. A lot of us don't know how to manage our emotions when those desires for anything comes up. So for me, this is what I am doing on my own, of like, okay, what do I do now in order I can help those around me, those people I meet. And I plan to meet so many people out tomorrow. I plan to like learn people's languages and speak to them in their own language, whereby they could truly understand, and I can connect with them and communicate to them. This is what I'm doing on my own side. So what are you doing on your own side? Than just standing up and putting the whole blame on guys, and putting the whole blame on girls, guys, or sharing the blame. We can do better. We all can do better. So I know this video is long, but please watch it. It's thank you for watching, because this is the end. This is like almost to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let's come together and think not just about ourselves, but about people outside. Because if you just think about yourself, in the future, it might not hurt you. It will hurt your generations to come. So how do we want to stand up for the next generation? Do you want them to just go in circles? It's called generational curse, okay? Whereby the next generation takes upon our stupidity and keep going, and not walking in freedom, but walking in bondage, guys. Yeah, I'll say that. So guys, we can do better. And okay, let me add one more thing. I saw a video online. I also shared it on my story sometime yesterday, and it was like the man was so angry, and he was talking to this other man. He was like, he was like, is this even right? I don't know how, I can't say word for word, but he turned out to this guy, and he was like, see, this guy is just 16 years old. Like, he's just 16 years old, coming out to protest. Is that what he's supposed to do? In the fact that I am 40, he was like, this guy is 40 something, and he's still protesting today. I am 30 something, and I'm here with this whole anger, and you're 16, and you're here with this whole anger. I'm like, come to think of it, 40 something, and today you're still in this anger, trying to focus, trying to do like oh my goodness, I'm losing my word, trying to like say, okay, like the way you're approaching this, you're still approaching with so much anger, and we're not getting anywhere, because this is being repeated over and over again. So he's like, 10 to 16-year-old, you have to do better, because what we're doing, 30 something, 40 something, what we're doing at this time is not working, because it will still happen in the next 20 years if we continue like this. So 16 years old, go home, go think about what you're supposed to do better, not this. So guys, I would share that story again, and maybe I'll put it on my status or something, and you guys should just watch it and think about it. This is something that we have to sit down, think about, we all as a body. If you are the person who wants to contribute financially, great. If you're the one who wants to contribute ideas, great. Come together and let's do this. Let me put one more thing that is very funny. I just thought about it at first. I didn't even know how it connected, but see, this perfume. If I spray it all over me, and let me say, I pollute the air or someone pollutes the air, this perfume cannot cover the pollution. Guys, this perfume would not cover that pollution. So don't be selfish. Let's not be selfish. Let's humble ourselves. Whatever we know, the most important thing is let's come together. Let's lay down our pride and come together and be better and do better for ourselves, our next generation, and generations to come. So thank you.